Super excited. We got in store for you today the unboxing of a LIFT3, the new LIFOIL's LIFT3. Let's get to it. Let's see what's inside this thing. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Today we got a very exciting one. We obviously have the LIFT2, and we have the LIFT3, and today we're gonna go through the unboxing and putting it together and how this thing works. So let's get to it. So here we are. We have the packages that just arrived. So excited. They actually come in 3 packages. You have a battery package, you have your propulsion case, and then obviously you have your board. And then we're gonna see what's inside these. So let's get to it. I would say obviously be careful opening anything with razor blades so you don't hack anything up. So first box, we have the propulsion case. Inside the propulsion case, you're gonna have your mast. This one I had sent without the prop guard, and it's a little more advanced. This is not recommended for beginners. This is more riding waves. This is also a 32-inch mast. Normally it comes with 28. 28 just is what I'd recommend for most people. 32 would just be a little bit higher up. Not great for learning, but a little bit nicer surfing or riding waves, which is obviously the goal for me. You have your remote, you have your cables for your charger. So let's just pull it all out so you can see everything. So we have, this would be the prop guard that would normally be on here for a normal beginner going. I'm experienced and done this many times, so I actually chose to have it with the prop guard off. So just so you know, that's a prop guard. We have the cables that go to the chargers. This is a spacer so that you don't ding your foil. So this right here will be your charger. And I'll just show you guys so you can see it. This is your charger. And comes with different types depending on what you want. Mine's obviously American versus Europe outlet. That's just gonna connect on. This connects to your battery with the data cable. So this would be your charger. And then you also have inside your propulsion case, you have your remote. So this would be your remote. And in every case, you're gonna get this you can attach to whether you're righty or lefty. So you're just gonna put it on either or side. And you can see right here is how it gets attached, is just right through there. So, and then you're just gonna go right back through itself. So depending whether you're right-handed or left-handed, you would just attach it just like this. Strap it in right here, strap it in, game on, ready to go. So that's what comes in your propulsion case. Also, you're gonna get inside the propulsion case some backup. Obviously, you're gonna get a manual. You're gonna get extra, this is seals for your board. So if you're ever having too much water or excess water inside your board, this is a seal that goes around your board. We'll show you that in a second, but it's the seal that keeps water from going in. Always recommend replacing it if you do start seeing a lot of water come in. I would say you can double check your hatches and maybe put another spin on the hatches to keep that water out as well. So you can start with the hatches to tighten them, and if not, change your seal. I always recommend keeping your board super bone dry on the inside. We're also gonna have, you're gonna have your basic 4 screws and an Allen key for this is attaching the board, the propulsion to the bottom of the board, which we'll go over in a second, but that's what you get. You're also gonna get your fin key. We'll call it for your wing and for your mast to attach the wing to. same thing, they're just smaller screws. And then these are extra screws. This is your Real-X. This is highly important to always put on your connections. It just keeps everything from anti-corrosion or corroding. I always put it on every time, or at least once a week. I always update all these cables right here. And then of course my charger cables, but I always put it on. Totally recommended. These screws right here are actually for the propulsion guards. So that is not normally come with it, but that's because mine doesn't have it on it. All right, so now we're gonna go into the box, the board box. Just always be careful when you're cutting into these. They pack them really well, but you know, you just wanna always be careful. And the board I ordered is a 4.2, which is definitely the most high performance board that they make. And all right, so obviously they pack it really well. That's the most exciting part, is that you know you're gonna get a perfect little machine. Let me just move this out of the way. You're gonna get the board, you're gonna get your wing, which comes inside this main setup, tail wing. So now we have what comes in the board bag, which I had ordered for this board a 150, and I'll just show you the 150 V2, and so you guys can kind of get an idea. So the 150 V2 is definitely a little more performance. This is a mid aspect wing. We have high aspect and they have lower aspect. This is a really fun carvy surf wing. It's gonna be really fun in the waves. So that's the 150 V2. And then of course there's the tail wing. And let's open up this little nugget right here. So I'm just gonna flip it over so you guys can see. All bags come with, you can, you know, when we attach to masks, you can literally have the bag on all the time, so you keep it nice. So your mask would be right here and you can always cover the bag. So, you know, just so you know what that's for. And then this is the new LIFT3 EFOIL, and this is the blue. Absolute beauty. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So as you can see, it's little. You got your handles right here, you got your hatches right here. Now what's super important just for everybody to see is whenever you open up your e-foil inside this compartment, most important part is you're going to get your certificate of origin, builder certificate of origin. You're also going to see your number. That'll give you your hull number, which now I would literally just go to the DMV and I will register by bringing this and my bill of sale for this e-foil, and then I can get it titled. It's a vessel, so you title it under as a vessel. It's not a personal watercraft, it's a vessel by the Coast Guard. So all you need is bill of sale in this, and you'll go in and you can register it, and now you are legal to go rip around and have the time of your life. Another important piece, just for your information, just so you can see it, this is where your hull number is, or your serial number on the board. A lot of people don't know, but that's just something good to know where it is. And then inside here, you're gonna see obviously some new carbon. This is like super amazing, beautiful carbon. Obviously your connectors that's gonna attach the battery. And obviously, you know, read all the warranties, make sure you're comfortable e-foiling and you've done your research. I always recommend watching all the YouTube videos, making sure you are safe to operate before you go. Let's go ahead and set this thing up. So this is your data cable, super important piece. It has all these really fine connectors. just be very cautious. This is your most important piece, so you just line up red to red every time you connect. But you just want to be careful with this. I'm always very careful with this, and it's something everybody should know. These are your connectors, so let's go ahead and put it together. So all I would do first thing, I would literally just flip this thing over, just like this. And obviously you can see right here, we have 4 bolts right here. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach the mast and put the cables in. You're gonna grab your mast. You wanna make sure your propeller is facing backwards. Obviously, hopefully I don't have to tell you that, but I am telling you that just in case. So you can go ahead and take these cords, just stick them in the bottom, and you're just gonna line up the holes, just like so. We're gonna put 4 bolts right here. Most importantly is everything should just go in nice and smooth. If something isn't lining up, it's probably not right. You want it to be nice and smooth until it gets down, and then obviously you can tighten things up. Okay, so golden. So I'm gonna make sure I don't lose that. Always carry this with you so that you have it. So we're gonna keep that. That can go right in my propulsion case, which I always take with me. So now we're set, the mast is on. Let's just go ahead and throw the wing on. So we're gonna take the 150. This just literally goes right on the center here. And then you're gonna see the back wing. This is a 32 glide, which is quite small for an EFOIL. I recommend most people on a 48 or a 38 back wing. Just gives you more stability. Anytime you go smaller, it's just more nimble, much twitchier. It's kind of not needed when you have power, but if you're riding waves, it's just less drag, so it's super nice. We obviously have folding props, but I like this bad boy right here. All right, so all you're gonna do is you're gonna line up the holes. Same thing again here. Super important, people, is just don't force them in. They're gonna go if they line up. That's the most important thing. So you can see in this bag, there's different size screws. And I would say what's super important is these smaller ones are for the back, and then the longer ones are for the center here. So that's all that you really got to keep in mind. And they actually sent me 2 with this wing, and they sent me 2 for the normal back wing. So just so you guys know, I'm just going to show it to you so you guys can see nice and clear. This is how they're going to run. You're going to have a small one in the back for your smaller wing here, and then these are the longer ones that go in the front. So just for your knowledge. And all we're going to do, same thing, just make sure they snug up and just nice and clean. They should just go in nice and easy. Make sure everything's lined up. Something important that I always try to do is I'm getting that wing on here nice and tight. You can see how it kind of really nice likes to get snug. What I would say is after your first ride, make sure to just triple check these 2 screws, because you know, you may have put a little bit more weight on it and change that tension between the mast and the wing. So you just always want to double check it. Definitely after your first, you know, just go out for a little ride and just double check those screws and make sure it didn't settle even further down. And so I'm not cranking on these, everybody. I'm just making them nice and snug. That's it. Those are nice and clean. Same thing here.
Did it ever happen that you went without putting screws on the tail?
Well, technically, Gwen. So Gwen leads to a funny one here. Yes, I was rushing to the beach to go play as fast as I could wing foiling, and I literally stuck everything on and was like, let's go. Went out, was riding, everything was cool, and then all of a sudden I like jumped or something and there was nothing. So very important to make sure you put these 2 screws in, which I did not put in. Okay. Even better, I dove down and I got the wing, which was kind of mind-blowing because the water was not clear, and I was like, it's right here, it's right here. I just dove and I'm like this, and I like twink, hit the wing, and I was like, no way, I found it. Anyhow, note to self, make sure to put these 2 screws in. So yes, thank you, Gwen, for bringing that up. Everybody, make sure to put your 2 screws in. So you see how I'm kind of cinching these a little more because it's kind of seating. It's going a little bit lower down, and as you put more weight on it, That's why I always say just have a good ride with it once and then just double check it. So that's it, streamlined, ready to go. This is not the folding prop. This is just a regular prop. I really enjoy this ride. It's definitely not for a beginner, but I enjoy this because it's just so clean, so efficient. All right, so we put that together. Let's go ahead and put the wing case on. So how the wing cases work is you're always just going to open up that one side, and I'm going to slide both edges over, slide it on, and then this goes right around it, up like so. For anybody that doesn't know how those work, zip it on. Always recommend keeping this on. It just makes it so you don't ding anything or hit anything. So totally recommend always having that on. Now, we're just gonna set it like this. So now I have the mast put together. So now all I need to do is connect these cables so that everything can be ready to go. So it may look like a lot of stuff, but it's really nothing, and it's very simple and straightforward. So all you need to do, most important one, is make sure to connect this cooling. And you always want to make sure this little rubber black gasket's on here. It's very important. So we're just going to go like this, and all it's going to do is it's literally going to connect itself. Just like that. It's connected, done. Here's my data cable that connects to the battery. This is the battery port. So I have these three cables right here. They're color coded. So what we're going to look for is we're going to look at the colors. So I'm going to see there's red, yellow, and green. So what I'm going to do is green is first. So I'm going to take green, and all I'm going to do is literally bend it. Actually, before I do that, so of course, before I connect any of these, I just take the Real X and I just put it right around these little nozzles right here. A little bit like this, a little bit like this. And you can put it inside here, inside here, inside here. And then I actually always put it right here in the data cable. So I'm just going to put a little Real X inside here. And now it's in there. That'll keep everything from corrosion. So then I'm going to just look for green. I got green. I'm going to slide green up, and you're just kind of looking to make sure you don't see the, I guess, orange seals. That means it's all the way in. So this is yellow right here. So I'm going to take yellow. I'm going to slide yellow up. Try to get it nice and clean. Next one, red, red to red. I'm going to slide that right in here. Nice and clean. So now we know we got all our cables good. I'm just going to double check, make sure she's running, ready to go for the water, just out of habit. So here's my battery. It came in a separate box. This is your battery. Very important to just, well maintain your battery. Don't try to, drop it or smash it. Keep it out of the sun. It's important to just take good care of your battery. It's very important. We have the data cable, which you're just looking red to red, and you want to make sure you don't want to put it any other way other than line up the red to red. And you're just going to slide the data cable in, and it's a little magnetic, so it'll just literally go in and click. There's no need to force it. There's no need to yank that out. That's very important to just be nice and gentle with it. And then you have your battery. All we're going to do here is twist, goes on. Everything's attached, you're ready to go. So now that we're ready to rock and roll, all we're gonna do is turn on the EFOIL. So we're gonna hit this button right here. What we're looking for is you're gonna hear a noise. It's gonna click, it's gonna connect, and you're gonna hear a little chime down there. It's like the greatest sound in the world. That means your life's about to get insanely fun. That's what that means. I don't know what it really means, but that's insane because it's like game time. Okay, so I grab my remote. I'm righty, so I put it on my right side. So now my remote's on. I'm going to turn it on. Now it's probably not going to be paired, or maybe it is paired. This one is not paired to my unit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut it off. I'm going to hold these two bottom. I'm going to hit the power button, and it's going to go into pairing. And right underneath this power button, there's a Bluetooth connector. I'm going to hit the button there. Check mark, game on. We've paired this remote to this unit, and I have 85% battery. I can check to see if the prop's running. You don't really want to do this a lot out of the water, but you can just double check it. Everything sounds epic, and that's when the time of your life starts, right here. Well, actually I need water, but technically this is it. This is the new 4.2 LIFT3. This thing is the most high performance, awesome machine. What I would say, my personal things that I do, this is that seal I spoke to you about. I make sure this is bone dry when I ride them, and how that's done is these are your latches. If I ride the first time and I see a little water inside here, the first thing I'll do is put another spin on these hatches. By right down here, there's two little nuts, and you would put another tighten on this and another tighten on this. It's one spin. That'll make that tighter to the seal. And then if I still see some water in here, I would just double check my seal to make sure there's not like a slice or something where the water could be dripping in. You can always check your 4 bolts on the bottom, but truthfully, most of the time it's either the hatches need to be a little tighter, or just double check your seal. When I ride this thing and I'm done, I always try to leave this open just to keep it dry. It also keeps my seals from getting compressed all the time if I always have it smashed down. So I always try to leave this open. The other really important tip for everybody is never take your door and open it super far. You want to be very gentle and keep it max 90 degrees, but you just kind of want to keep it cracked, because the more you play with those hinges, the more they can wear out in time. That's about it. This is a 4.2 blue, and the biggest difference on the LIFT3, we can go over more at the beach, but I would say a little bit wider in the tail, so it's actually going to ride bigger but be smaller. It's like super carbon. It's even stronger than the LIFT2, but saying that, the LIFT2 was incredibly strong, so I don't know how you make it stronger. That's it. Let's go play on this thing. So hopefully that was really helpful for you. And if you are ready to go for an e-foil, what I want you to do is make sure to check out our how-to e-foil video on the YouTube channel. It'll really give you a lot of help on your first time getting going. We just want to thank you guys so much. Make sure to like and subscribe. We got lots more videos coming. And on that note, everybody have the best day, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much. There it goes, go time. Woo!